lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Elaine, and today I'm opening my latest figure, which I got all the way from Japan. It's a 7th scale Furio figure of Hestia Shiromuku. And I am going to just show her off in her packaging. First, it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot to put together, but you never know. It looks like we are just going to stand her on a base, but I might be unpleasantly surprised. This is what she's going to look like without the base. So it's basically a bridal outfit, is more or less my understanding. Here are some close-ups of her face and the veil. And this is just her in front of a slightly more attractive background than the previous side. I really do like the flowers that are all over the box. And I think she's going to be a very nice figure. She looks like she's going to be a little tall, not as tall as my Toru, but an enjoyable figure nonetheless, nicely proportioned. Now, without any further ado, I'm going to lay her flat and get this open so we can see what this is all about. This is a figure worth adding to the collection. This is my favorite. I love when they do the little grab things here because it makes it so much easier to get out. I'm just going to carefully pull back this cardboard, lift up this little bit of cardboard, and yoink! Little inner box appreciation before I stick this on the floor. Very strong. Surprisingly strong. New plastic material smell. And this is what we are left at. Hestia, peeping through a hole, saying hello, wishing to be free. And we, my friends, will free her right now. So, with much effort, I took everything out of the box. And there's a lot more to it than I thought. There was like plastic on top of plastic and top of plastic, so layers of plastic with stuff on the inside. We've got what looks like my favorite thing, knitting needles or support beams. I hate when they hide these in photos because they don't look very great in real life, so I'm hoping this isn't very visible. And then we have her veil, which is very large component on its own. What looks like a very basic plastic base, really hasn't got anything going on. And then we have our pride and joy Hestia first look. There's a lot of texture on her dress here, so I'm really excited to take this out and see everything once it's put together. So without any further ado, I'm going to take some time to do that, and then I'm going to give my final thoughts. Okay guys, I want to be brutally honest. This is one of the hardest figures I've ever tried to put together, and I think it's because the pieces were not well thought out. I'm going to lift this very carefully. It is not stable at all. See it wobbling? See, so her feet are supposed to go into these pegs on the bottom, and they don't line up properly, so it's very hard to get her in there. She has a sort of platform shoe. I'm going to try to turn it in the back, and then a regular like flat shoe in the front, and it does not go in the pegs very well. I was struggling so hard that I actually scraped the bottom of the platform shoe she's on. Now, we have my favorite thing, the support beams, which for the most part, if you're looking head on, you can't really see. I mean, you can, like a little on the bottom, like I'm just going to lift it like this. And I hate that. I hate support beams. They really take away from the flow of a figure, and they just like stick out like a sore thumb. I mean, look at that. Really? Now, her headpiece is the last thing you're supposed to put on, and there's like a little blip in the back of her head. You might have seen it earlier. See that little white thing? And it's supposed to go in there, and it's borderline impossible to get in there. So it's literally just resting on the support beams because I can't get it in there. So if I move this basically at all, it's going to all fall. Like you can see her, I'm barely moving her. She's wobbling on her own. She's not remotely stable whatsoever, and I can't even get it together properly because I don't know if it's me being really bad at putting figures together. I don't think I'm this bad at putting figures together. So I'm going to go with design flaw. I genuinely think this is a design flaw. In terms of the figure itself, once you get past, again, what I'm calling a design flaw, like it's very nicely thought out. in terms of look. There are a few blips, like on the back, you'll see like a few little like black specks, like on the, I guess you would call this the hem, just this back line here. I do like the texture. You can really see like the texture on our outfit. It's a little more noticeable on the dress down here, where you could see like these raised bumps in the shape of flowers, and it's got a nice flow and a nice color, and it's got a nice shape. It's got these really pretty little like gold details, but this is in the way. I can't get the figure to line up properly, and it's just not stable. I can't move this. Like, this is going to stay here probably until the end of time because I don't have an option. I can't safely move this at all, and that drives me insane. The little details, so like you'll see on the front, she has like these little tassel things hanging down. These little tassels coming down from her hair are super flimsy. Her hair is very movable. I'm barely touching it, and it's like doing that. It is very true to the show, though. The shape of her hair and the flow, it's very accurate. They got her color and her facial features down pat. They've got her hair to be the right color. Everything in terms of color is great. The sculpt on her body is great. The dress is really cute. It's just the figure itself is wildly unstable to the point where I don't want to touch it and I don't know what to do. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this to go the way it was designed because of how it was made. She's also, and I've had this issue with my Albedo figure, if you saw my restraint version video, where because of the base and how she's designed, I can't even push it in all the way because if I push it in farther, I snap the figure itself, which is not what I want. So, do I like this figure? In terms of physically how it looks, yes. In terms of everything else, no. It was not well designed. It's not well structured. It's gorgeous, but if I touch it, it's gonna fall over and die. It's gonna fall and it can't get up on its own. I gotta fix it. So I really don't like that. And there you have it, my review of the Hestia from Danmachi for you figure Shiromuku. What do you think of my review? Did I leave anything out? Am I completely missing something? Do I just not know how to put together figures? Let me know down below in the comments. I always like to know what you lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens think. And if you like what you saw here today, please smash that like button until it's blue. Subscribe, ring that bell so you always know what's up. And I will catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys!